What's going on? Welcome back to Normal Baseball again. Today, we got another Will Be from our Will Be series, and today we got the Toronto Blue Jays! What's going on? Welcome back to Normal Baseball. I'm Alex, Normal Dog.
Yeah. Oh, wait. There you go. Yeah.
And that's Lewis. And today we got another team projection Will Be in our Will Be series. After this, there's 8 left. Which is exciting. We're getting down to the wire.
Woo!
This was the 9th best team in baseball last season. Accordingly, apparently.
According to Milo.
By numbers or whatever. Insanely good team this year. They went 90-72 last year.
Yeah.
Insanely good team this year.
Insanely good from top to bottom. There seems to be zero flaws.
Yeah, I mean, I could start naming their...
Do you want to start with their pitching? Let's start with their pitching. Let's flip it on its head.
So I'm not naming their additions?
Oh, yeah. You could do that first.
Yeah, let me just name their additions first. Then we can get into the rest. Just to preface it, I mean, Jose Barrios, 7-year extension. That was before lockout even happened. Kevin Gausman, also before lockout even happened, 5-year contract. So like you said, you wanted to talk about pitching. Well, there's 2 pitching. Another pitching, Yusei Kikuchi.
I say Kakachi.
I say Kikuchi.
You say Kakachi.
Kikuchi.
Kakachi.
Kikuchi.
Kakachi.
Yeah. 3-year contract. The big one, Matt Chapman, traded to the Blue Jays.
And extended.
From the Athletics. And then, of course, extended a couple days after for 2 years. It was really, that extension was really just avoiding arbitration. So now Matt Chapman does not have any more arbitration years, and he's getting paid $25 million each year instead of arbitration. And those were the only moves they made this offseason, but oh my goodness. Oh wait, one more. Raimel Tapia trade with the Rockies they gave away Grichuk. And they got Raimel Tapia. That was really to add a lefty. Their bench is full of lefties. Their lineup has all righties except Kevin Biggio, who's a lefty. But let's talk about pitching first, because you said you wanted to talk about pitching first.
Please.
Tell me your thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts about the pitching.
So they're like just their 5. They're 5 starters. I mean, Jose Barrios, Kevin Gausman, Hyun-Jin Ryu, Alek Manoah.
Alek Manoah.
All right.
Well, don't say all right. You didn't pronounce it right.
And Yusei Kikuchi, as we said before, that is quite the 1 through 5. I don't think that there's a weak spot there for the most part if everybody performs as well as they did last year.
The only weak spot could be is Yusei Kikuchi, because I say Kakachi. Because last year he was an all-star, obviously, but the second half of the season he did not do good.
Yeah.
I mean, last year he had a 4.41 ERA after having like a very good first half. He pitched in 29 games. He gave up 82 runs, 157 innings pitched, 163 strikeouts, 1.3 WHIP. So Kikuchi's the only guy in that rotation who I look at and I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a bad year. But the 4 in front of him make up for it. Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. Obviously, they extended their guy who they traded for last season, Jose Barrios, which was nice.
Barrios had his best year of his career last year for the Blue Jays, so...
Yeah, and acquiring Kevin Gausman, having a 1-2 punch like that, I mean, obviously, I think the Blue Jays are kind of betting on that 1 year last season that Gausman put together, but it looks like he put it together.
Yeah,
so there should be no reason as to why he can't do it again or get somewhat close to it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Hyun-Jin Ryu, we know what we're going to get from him. He's just a perfect 3 guy, in my opinion.
Yeah. He's a great 3 guy to have.
Yeah, and just that 3, I feel like, could win you a series in the playoffs, and I feel like that's where the Blue Jays are headed this year.
Yeah, no, the Blue Jays. If this team doesn't make the playoffs, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It would be terrible. I mean, it was shocking enough that they didn't make it last year, considering how good of a team they wound up having.
Yeah.
But now they have the pitching to make up for it, so now it's like hard to argue. Even if they wind up not making the playoffs, it's hard to give a reason unless people get injured. Knock on wood, they don't.
Yeah, I mean, the only real reason I could give for them not making the playoffs is they're in the AL. They're in the AL East.
Yeah, the AL best.
Yeah.
The AL East toughest division, but there's 3 wild card spots this year. 4, no 3. There's 3 wild card spots this year. So
could we see 4 NL East teams make it in?
No, we could see 4 AL East teams making it in though.
Oh yeah,
No, we could. But I think the Blue Jays are going to be in either way, even if there's not 4. I think they'll have one of the top 2 wild card spots, or they'll win the division.
Oh! You're giving away your picks.
That's what this is.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I think that they're going to do pretty well. I'll be honest.
That's literally what. It's literally what this whole thing is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, there, like you said, there should be no reason as to why they can't make the playoffs. And if they make the playoffs, they are a team to watch out for and make a lot of noise. They have, like we just said, they have basically everything that they need. The one thing that I kind of look at a little bit is their bullpen, which isn't as deep as a few other teams that will be in the postseason when it comes to just name-wise, but I think these guys can get it done still.
I mean, they got Nate Pearson and Ross Stripling in their bullpen, 2 pretty decent starters.
Yeah.
Those Nate Pearson especially is ginormous. He's going to be great. He was pitching today. I think 2 innings he pitched. He went home because he was like sick or something, and they wanted to make sure that he didn't have COVID or anything. Julian Merriweather, Ryan Borchucky, Adam Simber, Trevor Richards, Yimi Garcia, who they also signed, and Jordan Romano is going to be closing out games, and it looks like David Phelps is also going to be in that bullpen. So it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not
but
terrible.
I think their starting rotation is going to pick up for it.
Yeah, they definitely will. However, the one concern is obviously the longer a game goes, the more time players have to warm up and really get up to speed game by game. Do we think that their bullpen will be something that they address during the first half of the season? Because I could see them going out and trying to make a move.
Yeah, I could see them trading for someone.
Yeah, trading for someone.
They're not going to give up any roster people, though. They're not going to give up anyone
they'll do
on
only
the roster.
prospects.
Yeah.
They're going to... I think this is... The Blue Jays so far this offseason and now into spring have pushed about... Let's just say they have $100 sitting in front of them in chips. They've pushed about 99 in. Like, they're 99% fully committed to going all in.
Yeah.
And now they're just waiting to find out who that last chip is going to be that they want to, like, give it all for.
Yeah, I mean, as Vladdy said, last year was the trailer, and this year is the movie.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that's actually true. They lost Semien. Big loss.
Huge loss. 45 homers at second base.
Yeah, no, that's... I know they got Chapman, but in my opinion, Semien is a bigger asset than Chapman.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'd rather have Semien playing second and Biggio staying at third than having Chapman at third and Biggio at second.
Well, no matter where Chapman Biggio plays, he's going to be an MVP candidate per usual. But I definitely think that losing Semien, and obviously Blue Jays fans, I think, no offense, guys, he did blow it a little bit out of proportion with getting Matt Chapman, just because his bat has been lackluster the past couple of years. But still, he's a very good defense guy. And if that's what you guys wanted more than anything, you got him.
Well, his bat... It was only really last year that his bat was bad. I mean, 716 OPS, not where Chapman should be. 210 batting average, not where Chapman should be. 27 homers in a full season where he played 151 games, not where Chapman should be. I think he'll pick it up this season. I don't think that's too much to worry about.
Yeah, I really hope that he does pick it up this
He's not
season.
just going to lose it all. You can have a down year. It's similar to, we'll talk about this, Cody Bellinger with the Dodgers. I mean, you're not just going to like lose your talent overnight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And he's still one of the best defensive third basemen in baseball, if not, dare I say, top 2, and maybe he's not 2.
You taking my lines again?
I mean, he's your favorite player.
Oh my God! You're ruining its credibility.
You're ruining it. Read my lips. You're ruining it.
I mean, but let's throw around the rest of the infield, as you mentioned. I mean, we'll start over at third base, Matt Chapman. Shortstop, Bo Bichette. I mean, a young gun. One of the most exciting infielders in baseball to watch.
Yeah.
Especially playing the premier position of shortstop. Spectacular. Second base, we mentioned, they'll have Kevin Biggio probably opening day. And then first base.
Before you say it, we've gone 10 minutes and 30 seconds without saying 3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay, we're doing that.
We've gone 10 minutes and 40 seconds without saying the name
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Put it
Pleasure.
there.
We've gone 10, like, the fact that we went that long without saying the rightful well, not rightful, but
What?
runner-up for MVP, AL MVP. We've gone 10 minutes into this episode without saying his name.
If that does not
just
show
shows
you
you
how
how good this
powerful the
team
Blue
is.
Jays lineup is, that is. But
Granted, we should have probably mentioned him earlier. But
yeah, probably. Well, you did mention
there
that
was
you had
a lot.
that quote.
There was a lot more. I said.
Yes, but Vladimir Guerrero Jr., an absolute, he's just a walking nuke. He can really just hit the ball out no matter where he plays. He terrorized our Yankees last year.
Terrible. I hated it.
How many homers did he have? 46? 47? Checking. Pause. He had 48 homers last year, which was tied for the most in the majors.
48, tied with Salvador Perez. Incredible.
Wow. I mean, any other year without Shohei Ohtani in the lead, Vlad takes it unanimously, I feel like.
100%. No, he's unanimous MVP.
He
without
was
Shohei in the league.
Spectacular. I mean, him and Shohei, if we're just talking about AL hitting, they're like A1 and A2.
Oh, for sure.
So,
I mean, he's one of the most valuable bats in the league. I wouldn't mind having him on my team any day of the week. So, I mean, Vladdy, do you think he wins AL MVP this year? If Shohei doesn't have the same type of season that he had last year, do you think Vladdy will win AL MVP?
Is it crazy that I kind of want to say that I think there's another player on the Blue Jays that could take away the AL MVP before him?
Throw it! Just throw it at me right now.
Well, I hate to be the bringer of bad news, but
I want to hear it.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I just want to hear it.
I think that
I need to hear this tonight.
George Springer is...
Whoa! We haven't mentioned his name once.
Yeah. And
13 minutes in.
Yeah.
George
Springer, who... I mean, he missed a lot of the season last year because of injury, which was sad to see. But I think that if he plays a full season and is completely healthy, I could definitely see him being a highly touted MVP candidate by the end of the year.
Too. I mean, George Springer, how many games did he play last year?
78.
Batted .264, had a 143 OPS plus, which is just above 900. 22 home runs in 78 games is pretty darn good.
Yeah, and he's going to be locking down center field, as we know, another premium position to play in baseball that really gets you more people to look at you, not just for your bat.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to watching him play a full season because I think he might be a guy that, come MVP time, we're really thinking about, does George Springer deserve to be in the conversation? Just as we felt with Marcus Semien last year, where, he had everything, but was he the third best guy? It turned out the voters thought so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, voters thought so, yes. But at the same time, never mind. But I do agree that George Springer, if he does have a monster year and can get away from the injuries, definitely an AL MVP candidate. Yeah,
which is scary to think about because, I mean, we could name Vlad as an MVP candidate. George Springer. I mean, Bo Bichette could be a sneaky guy because he's young. And
no way.
I know, but he could be sneaky of just getting into, the top 10?
No way.
Is that fair to say? All right, well, I'm a little bit higher on Bo Bichette, and Kevin Biggio will always be in the mix, in my opinion.
For people who are actually trying to watch this for actual information, Kevin Biggio will not be anywhere near the top 10 AL MVP candidates this season. That's just for people who are actually...
You forgot to say in your opinion.
That's a fact, but that's just for people who are actually trying to watch this, not biased. Just know that Lewis is wearing a Kevin Biggio jersey, so he might have a little bias on him. Just a little.
But all
sneak.
in all, a team that looks like they're ready to make a lot of noise. I feel like this is going to be that team that, especially in the second half and in the postseason, if they make it, is going to be that team that just kicks the door down on your favorite team and just really gives it their all.
Well, see, the thing is, they're the team that you look on your schedule and see, oh God, the Blue Jays are coming to town. And you're like, my team, no matter who your team is, I don't care if your team's the Dodgers, I don't care if your team's the Mets, I don't care if your team's the whoever else. You look at your schedule and you're like, we could very well get swept this series.
Yeah. Yeah, and they have the talent to do it from top to bottom, and no matter,
100%.
and I mean, obviously for any other team that we've mentioned so far, you could be like, oh well, we're getting their 3, 4, 5 guys, we're not too worried. At least it's not their 1-2. This pitching is full of guys who have the potential to be 1-2 guys.
Yeah, exactly. This rotation doesn't have many flaws, and when you see it coming your way, you're never safe.
Yeah.
And then another huge advantage they have. Home games, 82 games out of the year, unless permitting something changes during the season, 82 games out of the year. They're going to have one of the best advantages of all time in baseball history. Unvaccinated players from other teams, not from the Blue Jays, doesn't affect the Blue Jays, unvaccinated players from other teams cannot play in Toronto.
No, they cannot travel even into the country, so that's obviously...
So think about the hit that these teams are about to take.
Yeah, it just, we'll figure out who got the little prick and who didn't. So we'll have to just see what happens.
Secrets will be revealed.
Secrets will be revealed. I feel like a lot of fan bases are going to grill certain players over it, blah, 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 but that's not of really our concern.
No, I don't want to talk too much about that part. I just want to talk about how the fact that they are getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, it's. I think, is that one of the biggest natural advantages in sports history?
Oh, 100%. There's nothing anyone can do about it.
Yeah.
It's all Toronto. It's all Canada. Canada has nothing to do with the U.S.
Yeah,
the commissioner can't change anything, although he wouldn't even if he could because he's Rob Manfred.
Yeah.
We need that Milo for commissioner sign down here. That's what we need.
Yeah, that's what we're missing.
That's what we're missing. We'll get that down here. But yeah, so that's going to be a huge advantage this year.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, I mean, that team is just... It looks so deadly that, honestly... Even if the Blue Jays are going into somebody else's stadium, they're a threat. They are a serious, serious threat.
Yeah, no, they're it's impressive. It's impressive how, like last year we knew they were good. Weren't top 2 in the AL East. Weren't top 3 in the AL East.
Which is crazy to think about.
They were the 4th best team in the AL East by division standings. That's insane. And this year, the Red Sox got worse. Well, debatable. Debatably, the Red Sox got worse. The Rays are always the Rays. The Yankees probably got a little worse or didn't get as good as they could have been.
Yeah. And Baltimore got a lot better.
Baltimore probably will be the one. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. The Blue Jays have a serious shot to win the division this year.
Which is so crazy to think.
They have a shot for the 1 seed in the East.
They have a shot to raise the trophy at the end of the season. I mean, this team is, like I mentioned earlier, they're one piece away from being that team that everyone's going, oh yes, they're all in. Let's see them really just do it all this season.
Right. Do you think Matt Chapman wins a Gold Glove? No. Why not?
AL third baseman, I mean, there's only one that I could see having a better year than him. And that would be your favorite player's favorite player, Jose Ramirez.
So you think Jose Ramirez is going to win the Gold Glove?
I think so.
I don't think he's ever won a Gold Glove.
Checking.
He has never won a Gold Glove.
Well, no time like the present.
When was he known for defense? Now I'm going with yes, just because you said that. I was going to go for no, but now I'm going for yes, just because you made that outrageous take
That's fair. That's fair.
Jose Ramirez.
I could see him doing it.
He's never won a Gold Glove. Not only that,
Well, Gio Urshela is in the AL Central.
he's only had over one defensive WAR twice.
Yeah, count me in for Jose.
He had a negative defensive WAR a couple years ago.
Okay. Count me in for Jose Ramirez to win the Gold Glove at third base. Yeah, so the Toronto Blue Jays. The Toronto Blue Jays are a fun team. Baseball, and more baseball. I like the Blue Jays.
We've done, what is this, the 21st? We've done 21 of these. And you just said Toronto Blue Jays, baseball.
Yeah, can you tell I'm losing it sitting next to you for this long doing Will B's?
All right, well, then let's just get into the over-unders and then we'll head out of here. Vladdy, 47.5 home runs.
Under.
Under, okay, I'm going over because I love Vladdy.
That's fair.
We'll just bang out these out.
I'm going to say that it's like just under, like 30, like 45.
Okay.
You know?
We talked about how Barrios had the best year of his career last year. He had just over 200 strikeouts at, I believe, 206. Do you think this year he'll have over or under 199.5?
Over.
Okay, I'm going under just because I think his strikeouts will be down.
That's fair.
I keep typing over, like Bailey Ober. Okay, and then finally, team MVP.
I'm going to stick to my guns, George Springer.
All right, I'm going Vladdy. Pretty simple.
That's a very simple, good pick.
Yeah. Right. And I think that should do it.
Yeah, we can get out of here now.
For these Will B's, it will probably not be as insane tomorrow night. And yeah, that should do it. The Toronto Blue Jays. Meet the Blue Jays. Greet the Blue Jays. Step right up and meet the Blue Jays. Bring your candies and bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the Blue Jay in your life. Because the Blue Jays are really hitting the ball and stuff. All right.
And stuff.
We'll see you next time. Peace.